freedom. And I demand, I'm not asking, I demand that they repeal NDAA, the Patriot Act, and that they repeal the Military Commissions Act. As for those terrorists that are in Guantanamo Bay, we may get to that. But I will tell you this. Everything that we have spoken about with regards to the terrorists and these laws is unconstitutional, my friends. And they will not protect us. They will harm us. And they will put millions of Americans in fear and who knows what. But do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. We are going to solve this problem. Now, my friends, this has been hardcore. Now we're going to go turn the channel for a minute. Literally, like, don't turn the channel, but we're going to turn the tune here a little bit. And I'm going to tell you a little something. I've been doing a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel. I'm going to give you the address. It's www.youtube.com/user/Albert Torcaso. Do not put a space. It's Albert Torcaso user/Albert Torcaso, question mark, then the word feature, then equal sign, then MHEE. Now let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. I'm expanding my horizons. I am not only including the hard-nosed journalism and commentary, but now we're doing comedy. Funny, crazy, silly, slapstick comedy and drama and sci-fi. So if you don't start visiting me online on YouTube and you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel and you don't go to these other places that are in the credits, you're missing 85% of Humanity Matters Productions and our output. And yes, I know what I'm doing right now is scary, but don't worry about it. We're going to solve this problem. After all, we are Americans. Can I hear you say that, Annette? We are Americans.
We are Americans.
We are Americans.
We are Americans.
We are Pittsburghers and we are Americans.
We are Pittsburghers and we are Americans.
And don't you forget that, Pittsburgh. Now, in the meantime, go to my YouTube channel because you're going to laugh your pants off. And for now, our good friend Eric, hi Eric, how you doing? I'm glad you're back. Our good friend Eric is going to show you a laugh out loud video titled, "You Can't Have Your Cake and Eat It Too." Miss.
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Anything.
You have a cake.
Yeah.
And you're attempting to eat it.
Yeah.
You're breaking the law.
What are you talking about?
Come on, miss, you know, right? Haven't you heard the term when you was a kid? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Did you know that's an actual law?
I heard of it.
Didn't you know there was a law?
No.
Yeah, that's a law. It's on the books.
What's a crazy?
And you're trying to break the law. Don't touch the cake. Step away from the cake.
But it's
You
fine.
can't have your cake and eat it too. The law states, miss, I will give you what the law states. The law states you're allowed to have the cake. You can make a cake. You can bake a cake. You can buy a cake. You can have in your possession a cake. If you use the cake for a presentation or a showpiece, or if you use it for just about any other thing, but you can't actually eat the cake.
That's crazy.
Well, here we go. We're back. And I'll tell you what. We're going to go to Annette, and then we're going to come back to me.
Okay, excerpts from same report continued. Don't be fooled into thinking that what has taken place in Washington is without purpose. The contradictory language, the circular arguments, and the much publicized threats of veto by this administration are intended as smoke screens as the collective attention of a nation is diverted as America prepares to shut down for the Christmas holiday. The bipartisan support for this bill adds to this confusion by convincing the American people that their Tea Party Republicans or the civil rights watchdogs would never betray the trust of the people. Unfortunately, they have. But few are asking the most important question of them all: why? Well, these are Albert Torcaso's conclusions on NDAA, what it means, why it is an act of treason, and how it takes away not only our inalienable rights, it in fact gives victory to terrorists, dictators, and despots who would have a police state world. My comments on this law are long, as I see this law as an act of treason, or at the very least an attack on all we have fought for years to preserve. You are correct when you bring up that all people, be they citizen or not, deserve a trial, that notwithstanding, it also means that both Presidents Bush and Obama lied to the American people when they said the 2001 attacks would not change America or her way of life. It has not only done so, but it has given victory in a larger sense to those who attacked, as they attacked us in part because they did not like the freedoms that we as Americans enjoyed. Now Congress's treasonous acts of passing this bill and the President's treasonous act of signing it has in effect placed all of our citizens in fear of being accused of crimes that, if accused, could lead to detention for life without a trial and cause real terrorists to be more violent, since they now know that if they are caught, they will never again have freedom. While I agree that all convicted terrorists should be in prison forever, the key word is convicted, not detained without a trial.
All right, everybody, I'm back. First of all, I'm going to get this call in a New York half second, so caller, please hold on. As you saw, heard, Annette read a statement. I actually left the majority of that on a comment that I actually put from the original report that we heard. And I made a statement with reference to the President and Congress basically committing treason. But forget all that. I also mentioned in there that even a terrorist has a right to a trial. And we need to remember why that's so important. One of the reasons why terrorists and our enemies around the globe attack us is because of our judicial system and our rights to a fair trial and our freedom. They attack not only America, but Western democracies. And other Western democracies, including Britain, will not, nor has it ever allowed, indefinite detention in the last 60 to 70 or more years. So you need to think about that. This is big news. But let's go ahead and get this call, and then I'm going to tell you about SOPA and PIPA, and then we're going to try to kind of start mellowing out and get the good news out. But first, let's get the call. Hello, call.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Good. Hey, listen, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm glad that you're back.
Okay.
Missed you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for listening.
Now, listen, I've talked about this for years with people, and they always think that I'm nuts. But you're so right, and I'm so glad that you're bringing it to light so that maybe people won't think that I'm nuts anymore. And, you know, for years, they've detained terrorists for
Is this Tony?
years. They're called prisoners of war. Now, all of a sudden, it's all under this Patriot Act, and you better believe that it was put in to take away our rights. Our rights. We're the ones who are losing our rights, and it's all part of the world order. They take away our rights. They take away everything that we're used to, and that's why it's not going to change.
But you know what? I don't know your name because you didn't say your name.
My name's Steve.
Steve, let me tell you something. I want you to keep watching the rest of this episode after I hang up. After you hang up. If I hang up, that's funny. I'm sorry, Steve. That's a blooper. I'm drunk and I don't even drink. Any rate, after you hang up, I'm going to tell you something, Steve. You are going to be a champion. You're going to be just like the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Super Bowl champion Giant guys. You are going to be your own champion and America's champion. You see what? Here's the thing. All of these laws, we have the power to have them reversed. Not today, not tomorrow. Well, actually, I screwed that up too, but we could have them done.